Guys, I've always wanted to do this. I have always wanted to do this for the past couple of weeks. Guys, rip me out the plastic. I've been acting brand new, baby. I've always wanted to do that. I can finally. Anyways, let's get into this review. Let's get into this review, guys. Let's get into this review where it's late because I just came back from Paris. So that's why this review is late. I came back with my suitcase, put the set up and put straight on into Love Island reviewing, guys. So this is why there's a delay. But anyways, Molly's gone. It's officially happened. And for those who thought that she was coming back, that she was gonna come back during Casa Amor, all these Molly theories came out of nowhere when my girl was in the middle seat of a Ryanair flight and has arrived at home, child. Hey guys, that's Mehdi. Hopefully you guys are doing well today. Back again with another video. If you have not subscribed, click that button. It is daily and consistent content, guys. And let's get straight into this video. Subscribe to the channel, baby, and let's go. Before we get into this, are the trousers giving? Oh my God, they're giving. They're giving. They're giving. They're giving. Anyways, let's get into this where we have, like, Molly's gone and Zach just seemed very emotionless from it. Of course, there's shock, but I feel like everybody else was more shocked about him leaving, about her leaving than he was. I feel like he wasn't really phased. And that questions to me, like, are you really a huge game player? Which I kind of think that you are. I don't think that you're really into Molly then, because, you know, not that you would have gone home with her. I don't expect him to be doing that. But I expect him to show some kind of emotion. Tell KD, let's wait a day before we process this. But my girl, he was straight into this whole situation with KD that night. He was not phased. Even the morning, he was not phased. He said he was happy that KD picked her. It's like you didn't have this attraction towards her whilst she was in the villa. You were very narrow-minded and beelining for Molly. But as soon as she's out the picture, you can now very quickly go for that. Molly obviously saying that, you know, she's looking forward to having this relationship with Zach outside. It ain't happening, child. He's about to come out the villa with 3 different girls at once because I don't understand. I genuinely thought that, you know, he really liked her, but it's questionable to me because you go in the villa, your top 3 girls are Catherine, Whitney, and Ruchi. You don't really go for any of them because with Catherine, you just ended it very quickly. You beeline straight to Molly Marsh because you probably assume that she's going to be there for a while. She's obviously randomly gone, and evidently you're not going to go home. Let's be real, none of them are. But there's no even emotion there to be like, give me a day away. He's just straight there with KD. And he's probably now thought this is actually a better choice because let's be real, guys. KD's got the clout. KD's coming into the villa. This is the bad thing about an old islander coming in. They've got the followers. They've got the clout. They've got the name. They've got whoever they are. And yes, their followers aren't, like, although they've got the followers, their engagement is very low and different because you were on ages ago, but you have a presence basically, and that is something that a new islander can be affiliated with. So I feel like that also is a part of it, but you know, he clearly is there with Katie. I see them two being a better match in a weird way, in my opinion. I feel like Katie likes a bad boy anyways, and I feel like with Molly and there's too many names now. With Molly and Zach, there wasn't really much going on. So I get why KD would want to go for him. I just feel like the way he switched and changed up and acted like nothing happened is very sus to me. Doesn't make sense. I find it odd, but it is what it is, guys. The game is the game. Now we have the heart rate challenge. I thought it was absolutely hilarious. I don't know what the hell Mehdi was doing, child. Nobody asked you to kiss everybody. It's very uncomfortable for some of the girls as well. Not just for Whitney to look at, but it was also uncomfortable for the other girls to see, like Jess as well and Catherine. They didn't expect it. So that to me was odd that he would decide to go around and just kiss them all and walk away. Doesn't make any sense to me. The heart race challenge is just for entertainment. It doesn't really mean anything because you can have your heart raced up by somebody because they've scared you, because you fear them, because you didn't expect XYZ, you didn't expect somebody to kiss you, then your heart rises. It doesn't actually always mean that you like that other person. So I think that the outcome of the heart rate challenge is a bit pointless to me, but it's great entertainment. We all love it. And there's always that ghost of Curtis who came running in, child, with that thing on his head. I don't know what the hell he was doing, but if you close the lights in your house, legend says that he's probably in your house doing something like that. So it's very scary. I'm gonna just say that because that's what this challenge reminds me of, is that moment that none of us need to see. We are all so traumatized if you were watching Love Island during season 5. Molly's gone, child. If you watch Love Island After Sun, Stefflon Don was saying that she doesn't think if Mehdi likes both or Mehdi sways one way. So I can't believe she said that. I can't believe they aired that. I feel like there's definitely going to be some Ofcom complaints coming already for him because I do think that when you question somebody's, you know, sexuality, it can be very icky waters, but also if you're on a TV show, very heterosexual, and you move in certain ways, people might be wondering what. But also he could just be a feminine man, feminine straight man. Those type of men exist, guys. And so, but I just don't understand the Tomorrow Night trailer. Sorry, I really didn't want to talk about this. I wanted to save this conversation for tomorrow for the actual episode, but I don't know what the hell he's doing for you to say, oh, Whitney, you're draining me. But then were you not just kissing every single girl in front of him? But she's not draining you. And then he walks away and he's like, if you want to say something, say it. And I feel like Whitney wants to say a lot, but I feel like she's holding back. I feel like she is holding back because she doesn't want to come off in a certain different way. And she doesn't want to have that narrative. So I feel like she is holding back, but I just feel like he's being very dramatic. I also feel like she's holding back because she doesn't have any other options, so she has to play it cool until Casa, because right now she ain't got any buzz. We saw how Molly left, so yeah. Tyrique and Ella, I feel like Tyrique is just not for Ella. He doesn't like Ella like that. He's for the game. He said to post Molly being randomly dumped and it was inches away from Ella from being dumped, he actually goes up to her and says, I missed the game. You should be stronger in your relationship with Ella. You should be grateful that she didn't go. You should be happy and etc. But you've gone to her to say, I actually missed the game. I miss being with XYZ. After 3 weeks of patterning down this man, he comes to you and says, I miss being with other girls. That's what he said. It's absolutely a big L. Don't know why Ella's with him right now at this point. But at the same time, similar to Whitney, if you don't have any other strong choices, you will end up being vulnerable and going on quicker than you think. So it's better just to coast with Tyrique, if that's Ella's game plan, until she gets to Casa to find somebody. Because as of right now, these two are not going to work. I feel like he can be disrespectful towards her. He is comical and funny. Tyrique is definitely a funny guy, but I feel like at times like that, when he's moving, you know, saying these things to her, it's not right. She's getting very emotional. She's crying. The girls are even shocked for Ella as well, which makes Ella get even more irate. I've noticed that in the villa, is that when she speaks to the girls and the girls really speak to her about this is a big issue, she really deeps it even more and gets over emotional about it, which I think she's entitled to. She needs to leave this man. It's not going to work in the villa, like Catherine said, or out the villa especially. If you miss the game now, what epiphany are you going to have that you don't miss the game in the next 2 weeks? I don't see Tyrique being loyal to anybody in that villa. Post him getting out, I see something happening, or him breaking up, or, you know, him doing whatever in the clubs. So I don't think it's going to work. It don't make no sense to me. Catherine, she surprised me when it came to the heart rate challenge. She was given body, she was given legs and hips and body, yoddy, as Candy says, and it was everything. Even Scott was given a lot of motion in the ocean, as they say, coming in with energy, picking people up and etc. Scott, I don't know what it is about Scott, but I don't trust that man. I don't know what it is, guys. I really don't know what it is. I just feel like his facial expressions say something else. His face lit up differently when he spoke to Leah. He said to Leah, I'm so interested, but then runs to kiss Catherine on the terrace the next minute. He was such a big, the way Katie walked in, it was given Love Island superfan. Or, you know, is he really, the way he was so elated to see Katie walk in. I don't understand, guys. I don't know. It's odd to me. That's all I want to say. I really want to warm to Scott. I feel like I want Scott and Catherine to work. I feel like it can be a moment, but I just feel like his body and his face expressions give different from the scenes that we see of him, which, we know the show is heavily edited, but we can only review what we see. Let me know your thoughts on when it comes to this, guys. Subscribe to the channel, click that button. It is daily and consistent content. Head over to my Instagram. I have posted a new picture on my Instagram of me in Paris with all my fits, child. I would appreciate if you guys go there and show some love and comment as well. The details are all below in the bio. I would really appreciate that. Molly's gone. She ain't coming back. Sayonara. It's ended. Au revoir, adios, bye, ma'asalama. She's gone. Evidently we saw on After Sun. I didn't watch After Sun, so I have no idea what she said. But from on her exit interviews here and there, she was mentioning how, you know, she wanted Zach to come with him. You know, ideally, it didn't happen. And Zach wouldn't do that. Nobody in these last couple of seasons, this ain't season 2, child. These girls and boys are not going to be leaving the villa early for you when you have been dumped. Their name was not called now. Their name was not on the text to be saying, Zach's been dumped. No, Zach is very much allowed to still be there. And he will continue to be there because the more he's there, the more his presence will bring social media followers and the more that will bring money now. This is what these people want to think about mainly is money and, you know, followers and social media and engagement. So they're not going to be doing up Titanic, Shakespeare, Romeo and Juliet and decide to leave early with you because you've been dumped. Sorry, that's you. That's your name on the phone, not mine. I'm good. I'm going to stay here. It is what it is. Because I need to be my presence, followers, engagements, PLT, Boohoo Man, Peacocks, WH Smith. That's what these girls and boys want. They're not going to leave the villa early anymore. This is the 10th season. They all know what they're going in there for. They're going in there for more so for a reality TV influencer career. That's what they're going in there for. And the social media ban has effed all of that up for a lot of these girls and boys. But they're not going to be leaving early now. Please. All my friends are Nigerian. I don't know why, but they all are. So this is why I flip into some Not even accent, it's just twang, let's just say. So I don't know why I keep doing that, but they ain't leaving, child. Like, so for her to even be thinking that is wild. But I feel for her, you know, I do feel for her for the fact that she's been dumped. Like, yesterday was, can we talk about Friday for a minute, child? Because that Friday was crazy to me, the fact that she got dumped like that. And the ratings came out for that episode, guys. Tell me why the ratings for that episode is still very low. The live ratings for that episode is under 1 million. It's 900,000, which is beyond wild, because there were episodes where we had Rad and Chugs and Hugo walking around, and these episodes were just collecting 2 million live views, 1.8 million live views, 1.7 million live views. But this, one of the most dramatic episodes, a fantastic, beautifully episodic show of just, for some reason now, had 901,000. People are like, oh, you know, that's just live views are going down annually anyways. Everybody streams now, or the streaming numbers have been released, and they're also low as well, and they're also falling. Love Island Winter has really messed up Love Island. It's so annoying because the season is so freaking good, but unfortunately, due to overconsumption, people are just not going to be into it. And if they're not going to be into it by week 2, 3, 4, no matter how viral a moment was, and that Molly being dumped was viral as hell, you need to have effort to be into the whole season from day one. Majority of people ain't going to watch it because it was a viral moment. They would want to have to watch it from day one. If they're not going to do that, they're not tuning in. And these ratings have shown that. They've steadied in that they are under 1 million. That's what they're going to be. So it's annoying. So this time next year, it's going to be even more lower now because we have Love Island Winter returning in January, and we also have Big Brother coming on. So, you know, to experience 3 reality shows, it's going to be a lot of fatigue for a lot of people. So it's annoying, and it's unfortunate. I didn't expect that. I thought this would have been, you know, given it a ratings boost over 1 million, at least at the very minimum. But for it to be extremely low still, with a dramatic episode, I don't even know what Casimo's going to give us, child. Crazy. Let me know thoughts. I want to come to this, guys. I do mention ratings here and there when they get released because I like to look at ratings. I like reality TV shows. I like to see the projection of where they're going to go, the future, and ratings are definitely a good indicator of that. I did just come back from Paris Fashion Week. Cute events, cute fashion shows. Paris is everything. Bonjour. Je m'appelle Mourad. Merci. But you know, this is why I'm dressed up doing the most. Subscribe to the channel, click that button. It is daily and consistent content. Subscribe. Click that button, baby. And I'll catch you guys soon for another video. Inject it.